Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time we took a little tour of Hyrule Castle Town here to see what the market has for us. We exchanged our bugs for a wallet upgrade and a lot of rupees, and we put those rupees towards another heart piece. So, with that filler episode out of the way, let's head into the bar here in Hyrule Castle Town's market and continue on with the story. That is a Zora child. This is beyond my expertise. Huh! You look like a grumpy old man. Who needs you? We'll find another doctor. Doctor, wait! If something isn't done, this child will... Ilya. It's like she doesn't even know me. Well, this isn't good. A human doctor won't do, huh? That old coot reminded me, though. I heard of a shaman in Kakariko Village in the Elden Lands who tended Goron's and Zora's. Is that true? Perhaps we take him there. Inadvisable. Too dangerous. But we can't turn a blind eye to a pretty girl in need either. Yes, we better escort you. Am I right, boys? Oh, how do I see a big killjoy moment coming up here? Well, isn't that nice? To reach Kakariko, we got to cross two plains that are each infested by dangerous beasts. But we'll be safe now. I think you forgot to leave the rest of your buddies there. Cowards, don't ever show your faces here again! Oh my. Looks like we got one young swordsman left. Not only that, but it looks like this brave young man will escort us. So get ready to go, honey. Pronto. You know that girl, don't you? It's a real shame. She can't even remember her own name right now. Bless her heart. She found this poor boy collapsed in the road, so she did all she could to save him. More courage in that girl than all the soldiers of Hyrule, for sure. You lend your strength to her. You hear me? So, we have to escort these people over to Kakariko Village, but since the Bridge of Eldin's gone, we have to take a detour. And looks like someone is waiting for us on that bridge. An old friend, it looks like. So you say that the bridge to the west has been destroyed, huh? Then our only option is to cross the bridge to the east. But waiting on that bridge is none other than King Bulblin. Yeah, we thought we killed this guy back on Bridge of Eldin, but no, he survived, and he's out for revenge. You see what that means? You'll have to deal with that thing. Again. Thank you so much for this. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? Link? I will never in all my life forget your kindness, Link. Little lady, I think you best save your thanks until we're safe in Kakariko. This swordsman of ours has great eyes, honey. They're proud and wild, like a feral beast. Ha! Funny, because Link is also a beast. We need a beast right now to keep the true ones at bay. If we make it to Kakariko safely, we'll just thank him then, okay? She's the flirty type. Link's kind of surprised by that, looks like, but nonetheless he's happy. Link is always happy in this game, no matter what situation it is. He might get furious at times, but he's still happy nonetheless. Okay, so now we have to escort these guys over to Kakariko. So for right now, let's just ride ahead. Doesn't matter if we get too far ahead of him right now, because all we need to do is get to this bridge, and that activates our next little cutscene, and we'll be ready for the rematch against King Bulblin here. And the horse and buggy catches up somehow too. I don't know how, but it does. Now, King Bulblin learned from our last experience. Now he has shields, so we can't just slice and dice this guy, but he's still just as easy. And in my opinion, even easier in this round. Okay, it's your turn, Hetty. We're counting on you. Okay, so fight number 2 against King Bulblin. So, what we need to do here, if you have the Hawkeye, I recommend you equip that, because that's going to make this fight even easier. So, zoom all the way in, fire an arrow, get ready to fire again, and there you go, already dead. Just takes 2 arrow shots, and if you have the Hawkeye, then this fight goes by even faster, because you can zoom in the very beginning and get a free shot on him. It's much harder to do that if you can't zoom in. But, with that done, now we have the gate keys. And in my opinion, this is the easiest boss fight we're ever going to have. Well, the easiest fight against King Bulblin there. I mean, spoiler alert, we're going to see Bulblin there again after this. He's not dead. He didn't die the first time. He's not going to die ever, apparently. But we do see him again, but that's the easiest time we're going to have fighting that guy. I'm not kidding. I mean, he is extremely easy there. Just because of how weak he is to the arrows and how easy it is to pull off an arrow shot and how did I get stopped. Oh, don't back up, you pony. You're not a car. Okay. Come on. Okay, at least I got him in the arm. Oh, you gotta be kidding. I remember there was only like one guy you really have to watch for, and it's this guy here. And unfortunately, I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, well, now I get to demonstrate this little sequence. If the horse and buggy catches on fire, what you need to do is you need to Z-target it, and then use your Gale Boomerang to put out the fire. That's how you're going to be able to get around that issue, which isn't bad. So now we get to use our gate keys that we got from that fight to, well, unlock these gates. And these gates are opened up permanently now, so we never have to worry about this path ever being blocked off again. In case we have to come this way in the future, which we won't really have too much, but it's good that we have it open to us now. So at least there's that. Now I'm trying to, well, that kind of failed. Okay, come on, get a little farther. There you go. Now, I'm more worried about what's coming up ahead here. There. Whenever you see a bird carrying a bomb like that, use your Gale Boomerang and then just throw it at him, because that will just kill the bird in one shot since he's holding a bomb. Which is very, very good for you. Okay, come on, hurry up. No, don't. Why am I stopped and can't move? I don't know why I can't move. I could not move for some odd reason. That was a weird little glitch. Now I have to catch up all the way back to my horse and buggy. That never happened to me before. I'm very surprised at how that happened. I was holding the joystick forward and everything, and Epona just would not budge. I don't know why that happened. And, oh, get out of here. I don't care if I got hit, as long as my horse and buggy didn't get hit. That's more important to me right now. Okay, so besides that little issue, we made it here to Kakariko Village with no problems, actually. If a bomb drops in front of the horse and buggy, then the horse will go off track and he will do a huge circle around the area, and then another bird will come along trying to blow a bomb up in front of you guys again, which makes the horse and buggy go into an even longer circle. So it's tedious, but it's not a hard thing to do. He has passed through the worst of it. As long as he rests, he should recover in due time. Do you know the fate of his mother? Unfortunately, we do. Her welfare consumes him. He has been mumbling deliriously about her almost constantly. I can see the knowledge grieves you. It must be an awful memory. I'll stay with him until he's better, no matter how long it takes. Is that so? Thank you, Colin. Hey Link, about Ilia. Is it true, what they say about her? Yes, she has lost her memory, Colin, and regaining it will be no simple task. But, it'll be alright, child. If we just give her some time, I am certain that Ilia will find her heart again. So, Colin, I'd like to ask you to stay in this village. Until then, it is our turn to show the courage that you've already displayed. Nice to see there's still hope here. And it's always good to see happy results repay your efforts. Those skills of yours. Any chance you're of the mind to put them to use for Hyrule? A hope there is in our kingdom is frail and dying, but there's still a group trying to do what it can. And I'm a member of that group. Ah, personal space! Personal space! Call me Thelma. I may just stay here a bit longer. I'm still worried about Ilia, and, well, never mind the rest. I don't want to know. Personal space? My gosh, Thelma. Link, I want to see you again in my bar. You hear me? The bar is actually a kind of safe house for my friends. There's a passageway that leads to the castle from in there as well. If you ever need anything, stop by. I'll be waiting for you, honey. Seriously, she is the flirty type. You can really see it. And now she's gonna go flirt with him. Jeez, she just won't quit. Oh, it's you. The mother of the Zora child. That's right. Now remembering, since she wanted us to help her child, she said that she has something in return for us. And in return, she'll grant us something that'll help us swim and breathe like a Zora underwater. So I guess if we follow her, we'll get that treasure. And it looks like she's leading us right into the graveyard. Well, how convenient. A dead person leading into the graveyard. Well, that doesn't sound like any other kind of like horror film or anything to do with the dead. Actually, we didn't have the... Oh, did we not get the rupees here? I thought we got them here already. Oh, apparently not. You know what? I'm going to take a little detour really quick. I hope you don't mind there, Queenie. I'm going to go ahead and just take a pit stop and get myself some rupees. It's never good to leave the dead waiting for too long, so let's just get these and go. There we go. Purple rupee. We're going to need more rupees in the future for another heart piece, but to get that heart piece is going to be a long ways to go with rupees, because you need, what was it, around 1,200 at the very least. So it's pretty expensive, but it won't be too hard for us to get those rupees as long as we keep on putting into it. Then we should be fine. But, well, enough about that. Let's just... Now that the Queen of the Zoras here just led us to her grave, this passageway that was blocked off before is now opened up to us. So, that's good. And this must be her grave. So, let's just dive right in.
I am deeply grateful to you for aiding my son in his time of need. You were right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It is where we take our eternal rest. My husband in life, King Zora, also rests his spirit here. It is no coincidence my son found his salvation in this place. That which I have promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband created garments specifically for the chosen hero, garments that house the abilities of the Zora.
And so with that, we get the Zora armor. This is the equivalent of the Zora tunic from Ocarina of Time, but this has an extra attribute to it. We can also swim using this. So we can swim underwater with ease now, and plus, we can go ahead and breathe underwater, no problem. But this also means that we'll take double the damage to fire and ice attacks. Usually the only time you're going to be wearing this is when you're in underwater segments anyway, so that's not really going to be too much of an issue.
Now at last, I can join the king in slumber. And yet, my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him he must not grieve his mother's passing. Tell him she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him.
And the Zora Queen we'll never see again. So sad. Well, it's a good thing you found all your friends and picked up that nifty Zora armor. But aren't you forgetting something kind of important? The last few Shadow. Remember what Pharaoh the Light Spirit said? He said you would need the few Shadow to defeat the Dark Overlord Zant and save the world. So even if you go back now with all the people you saved, the whole tragedy would just repeat itself. So let's go get it. We need to go to the temple on the lake bed of Lake Hylia. So now that we have the Zora armor, we can go right back to Lake Hylia there and go into the next temple. But we're not going to be able to do that just yet because I still have a couple of things I want to do before actually entering that next dungeon. And the first thing we're going to be doing is actually, how many bombs do I have? Well, before we end the episode, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this, and then I'll end it off. Because what we want to do now is, we need a new type of bomb. Because where we're going, our bombs will not work underwater. But now, since we have the Zora armor, there's a new type of bomb that is available for us for purchasing. And that is the water bombs. So now we'll be able to buy bombs that are able to be used underwater. And trust me, that is going to be pretty useful for this next dungeon. Outside the dungeon, I can't say how much we'll be using them, but for the next dungeon, we'll be using them a lot. But since we have a full bomb bag right now, we can't really buy any new type of bombs. A bomb bag will only hold one type of bomb, so we're going to go ahead and sell our 18 bombs. I don't have any more use for those. So let's go ahead and sell them for 27 rupees. Not that much, but it's a start. So what you want to do is, well, now he's finished with his water bombs. You don't want to buy a huge chunk of them, just buy a few. You can buy 5 of them for 30, you can buy 10 for 60, or 15 for 90. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the 10 because in the next dungeon we're going to get some water bombs. I'm going to be using some before entering the dungeon, but this will just give me just some bombs to work with. And I'm going to go ahead and de-equip the Hawkeye. So with that done, now we're all ready to head off to the next dungeon. We have everything we need, but I'm not going to be doing that just yet. So next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we're actually going to head back up to Zora's domain, and we're going to do some stuff around Hyrule Field we need to do, starting off there. So with that all said and done, I'll see you guys next time.